Saying no does not mean you are selfish. It means you have priorities. Oprah Winfrey. Ladies and gentlemen, let us explore a principle that can transform your life, your work, and your path to success. The art of not being so accessible. In a world that relentlessly demands your time, energy, and attention, guarding your accessibility is not just a tactic. It is a cornerstone of achievement. Success does not come from being available to every call, request, or distraction. It comes from being intentional, disciplined, and selective with where you invest yourself. Allow me to share why this matters, how you can apply it, and real examples of ordinary people who use this principle to achieve extraordinary results. Your time is your most precious resource. It is the foundation of your dreams, goals, and relationships. When you are too accessible, you scatter your focus and dilute your potential. You cannot respond to every message, attend every meeting, or entertain every interruption, and still expect to build something meaningful. The successful person knows that time is finite and guards it fiercely. Every moment spent on the trivial is a moment stolen from their purpose. Let me clarify. This is not about being aloof or unapproachable. Accessibility to the right people at the right times is vital. But indiscriminate accessibility, saying yes to every invitation, jumping at every notification, or letting others dictate your schedule will drain you. It will leave you with no energy to pursue your vision. You must master the art of saying no, not out of pride, but out of respect for your priorities. The word no is a shield that protects your time like a fortress. Consider the story of Sarah, a small-town baker who dreamed of turning her passion into a thriving business. Early on, Sarah said yes to every customer request, from last-minute orders to lengthy consultations, even when they disrupted her baking schedule. She was exhausted, her quality suffered, and her business stagnated. Then she made a change. She set specific hours for custom orders and limited consultations to 2 days a week. She politely declined requests that didn't align with her core offerings. This allowed her to focus on perfecting her recipes and streamlining her process. Within a year, her bakery gained a reputation for excellence, and her business doubled. Sarah's lesson: by being less accessible, she created space to build something exceptional. Discipline is the bedrock of this principle. Discipline turns intentions into reality. Being less accessible requires the discipline to set boundaries, prioritize, and honor your commitments to yourself. Start by defining your priorities. What are the 1, 2, or 3 things that, if accomplished, would propel you toward your goals? Write them down. Make them clear. Then structure your day around those priorities. If a request does not serve them, decline it politely or defer it. This is not selfishness. It is stewardship of your life's purpose. Take the example of Thomas, a school teacher with a passion for writing. Thomas dreamed of publishing a novel but spent his evenings grading papers, answering parent emails, and volunteering for extra school activities. His writing remained a distant goal. One day he decided to guard his time. He set a boundary: no emails or schoolwork after 7 p.m. He dedicated 2 hours each evening to writing, turning off his phone and closing his laptop to distractions. He also declined non-essential commitments, like organizing the school fair. Within 2 years, Thomas completed his manuscript and secured a publishing deal. His selective accessibility allowed him to turn a dream into reality. Your accessibility determines your perceived value. When you are always available, you risk becoming ordinary. People may take you for granted. But when you are selective, when you are present, only when it aligns with your purpose, you become extraordinary. Your presence carries weight. Your contributions carry impact. This is not about playing hard to get. It is about respecting your worth. The less you spread yourself thin, the more value you bring to every interaction. Consider Maria, a seamstress who ran a small tailoring shop. Maria used to take every job, from minor repairs to complex custom designs, often at the expense of her health and family time. Customers expected her to be available at all hours, and she struggled to keep up. Then she decided to specialize in high-quality custom dresses, declining low-margin repair work. She set clear business hours and communicated them to clients. At first she lost a few customers, but soon her reputation for exquisite craftsmanship grew. Her shop became known for quality, and she could charge premium prices. By being less accessible, Maria elevated her business and her life. Saying no or setting boundaries can feel uncomfortable. You may worry about disappointing others or missing opportunities. But every yes to something unimportant is a no to something vital. The discomfort of saying no is temporary. The regret of a life spent on the wrong things is lasting. Embrace the discomfort. It is the price of growth. Start small, say no to one unimportant request, set one boundary, protect 1 hour of your day. Each step builds confidence and reinforces your value. Clarity is another key. You must know what you stand for. What is your vision? What are you building? Without clarity, you will be swayed by every request. Take time to reflect. Write down your goals. Visualize where you want to be in 1, 5, or 10 years. When you have a clear destination, it becomes easier to filter out what does not serve your journey. Clarity is your compass, guiding you when the world pulls you in every direction. Look at John, a carpenter who wanted to start his own furniture business. John was skilled but overwhelmed, taking every job that came his way, from fixing fences to building shelves. He had no time to develop his craft. Then he clarified his vision to create handcrafted, heirloom-quality tables. He began declining jobs that didn't align with this goal and focused on designing unique pieces. He set aside mornings for sketching and prototyping, refusing to take calls during that time. His dedication paid off when a local gallery showcased his work, leading to steady orders. John's clarity and selective accessibility turned his side hustle into a thriving business. Energy is the fuel of success. Being too accessible drains your energy. Constant interruptions and scattered focus leave you depleted. Protect your energy with systems. Use calendars to block off time for priorities. Set specific hours for responding to messages or taking calls. Delegate tasks others can handle. These systems are liberators, freeing you to focus on what only you can do. Take Anna, a nurse who wanted to advance her career by earning a master's degree. Her days were consumed by long shifts, overtime, and helping colleagues with extra tasks. She was too accessible, leaving no time for study. Anna decided to set boundaries. She stopped taking unscheduled overtime and limited non-emergency work calls to specific hours. She used a calendar to block 2 hours daily for studying, treating it as non-negotiable. Her colleagues respected her new boundaries, and within 3 years, Anna earned her degree and became a nurse practitioner. Her systems preserved her energy for her goals. Not everyone deserves your time. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, challenge you, and respect your purpose. Be cautious of those who demand your attention without offering value. Your time is a gift. Give it to those who honor it. When you do, you create a circle of influence that propels you forward. This is not about cutting people off. It is about being selective. Consider James, a young accountant who aspired to start his own firm. He spent hours mentoring peers, answering their questions, and attending every networking event. While generous, this left him no time to plan his business. James began to prioritize. He limited mentoring to 1 hour a week and chose networking events with high-value connections. He surrounded himself with mentors and peers who shared his ambition. This shift gave him time to develop a business plan, and within 2 years, he launched a successful accounting practice. James's selective relationships amplified his success. Being less accessible does not mean doing less. It means doing more of what matters. When you protect your time, you create space for deep work, the kind that moves the needle. You allow yourself to think, create, and solve problems. Productivity is not about being busy, it is about being effective. Measure your day by progress toward your goals, not the number of tasks you check off. The less accessible you are to distractions, the more accessible you become to growth. Use protected time to learn, read, and refine your skills. The world is full of knowledge waiting to be claimed, but you cannot claim it if you are too busy with trivial demands. Make learning a priority. Invest in yourself. The more you grow, the more you have to offer. Take Clara, a librarian who wanted to become a published historian. Clara spent her days helping patrons, answering inquiries, and managing library events, leaving no time for research. She decided to guard her mornings, arriving early to work on her book before the library opened. She politely declined extra event duties and used her breaks to read historical texts. Her disciplined learning paid off when she published a well-received book on local history, earning her recognition as a historian. Clara's limited accessibility fueled her intellectual growth. Balance is critical. Being less accessible is not about neglecting responsibilities or relationships, it is about harmony. Your family health and well-being matter, but even these require boundaries. You cannot be everything to everyone all the time. Prioritize quality over quantity. Be fully present when with loved ones. Be intentional when caring for yourself. Balance is about giving your best to what matters most. The choices you make today shape your future. If you are too accessible now, you may find yourself years down the road with little to show for it. But if you guard your time and invest in your purpose, you will build a legacy. Every no you say today is a yes to your future. Every boundary you set is a step toward your dreams. Think long-term. Act now. Confidence is essential. Being less accessible requires believing in your worth. You must trust that your time, energy, and focus are valuable. This can be challenging if you are used to pleasing all, but confidence grows with practice. Start small, say no to one important request, set one boundary, protect 1 hour. Each step reinforces your value. When you are less accessible, you become a leader. People respect those who respect themselves. They are drawn to those who are purposeful. By guarding your accessibility, you set an example, showing others it is possible to live with intention. Leadership is not about being loud or visible. It is about being impactful. You will make mistakes. There will be moments when you say yes when you should have said no, or when distractions win. That's okay. Success is not about perfection, it is about progress. When you stumble, learn from it. Ask what went wrong and how to improve. Then keep moving forward. Every day is a new opportunity to refine your approach. At the heart of being less accessible is a commitment to your purpose. Your purpose drives you. It gives your life meaning. When you guard your accessibility, you honor that purpose. You declare that your life is not an accident, but a mission. Live with that conviction. Let it guide your choices. Let it shape your days. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, do not be so accessible. Be deliberate. Be disciplined. Be purposeful. Guard your time, protect your energy, and honor your worth. Say no to what does not serve you, so you can say yes to what does. Set boundaries, prioritize your goals, and live with clarity. The world will pull at you, but you have the power to choose your path. Choose wisely. Your future is waiting.